The following contest is a first blood match. On the way to the ring, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple H.
It's all about the game, and how you play it. It's all about control, and if you can take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can play it, it's all about pain. And who's gonna make it? I am the game, you don't wanna play me. I am control, no way you can shake me. I am heavy debt, no way you can pay me. I am the pain, and I know you can't take me. Look over your shoulder, ready to run like a Cleveland bench from a smoking gun. I am the game, and I may lose. So move on out, you can die like a fool. Trying to figure out what my move's gonna be. Come on over, sucker, why don't you ask me? Don't you forget there's a price you can pay. 'Cause I am the game and I want to play. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about control, and if you can take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about the pain. Who's gonna make it? I am the game. You don't wanna play me. I am control. There's no way you can shake me. I am.
And the opponent, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 230 pounds, Kurt Angle.
A big bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French. Sheesh.
Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for?
I think Triple H might be the greatest superstar of his generation. He saw that one coming. I know he's a SmackDown superstar, JR, but I still think Kurt Angle just... What a counter! I love watching Kurt Angle in the ring. I hope he breaks someone's ankle tonight.
Why would you say something like that, King? Since when is seriously injuring your opponent a measure of...
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one. I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much. I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was.
You know, JR, I racked my brains trying to think of a single flaw in Triple H, and I couldn't come up with anything. It's like he says, he really is the only diamond in this business.
I bet I can help you out there, King. He's arrogant. He's selfish and self-centered. He'll sacrifice anyone and anything a reversal. Can he capitalize on it? Talk about a superstar who's had his success. You're not going to get him with that one.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out of here on a stretcher. What a reversal.
Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy my Oklahoma ass. That's cheating, plain and simple.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's gonna go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat. I hope he's not looking for a weapon. That could do some serious damage.
He reversed it. I think I see where this one's going, JR. I don't think we're very far from the end of the match.
I disagree entirely, King. I bet my Oklahoma Sooner ass that this one isn't even close to being over.
That's a pretty big bet, JR. Are you sure you're able to cover it?
I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be over by now if they hadn't, JR. You never get into the ring without doing your homework.
That would be a recipe for disaster for sure, King.
It's like he read his opponent's mind.
He's taken every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place. They're taking it down a notch, JR. This could get interesting.
They're picking their spots, King. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
I think he's looking for a weapon, JR. That's a smart move. Let me tell you, JR, you won't see action like this anywhere except on Raw.
That's for sure, King. There's not another brand of sports entertainment out there that can compare with Raw.
Now, if only we could get that through Michael Cole and Taz's head. There's the reversal.
Oh, no! Everybody in this arena knows what's coming next.
The pedigree! The pedigree! His opponent telegraphed that one. These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What'd you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you? Excellent counter. What ring presence.
I wonder if SmackDown's gonna have anything nearly this good next Thursday.
I think we both know the answer to that one, King. How could they compete with a match like this?
These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly. When I look at Triple H, all I see is lost opportunities. He's so talented and so intelligent, and it's been reversed.
His opponent has softened him up, JR. Now it's in for the kill.
He's got no defense left against a strong...
He's going in for the kill.
There it is! The pedigree! And there it is! That's the match!
A victory by knockout. That's about as brutal as it gets.
You talk about a slobber.
Here's your winner.
That was a human demolition derby right there.
You know, JR, usually when you say things like that, they sound silly. But I can't think of a better way to put it. What a match!
It's all about the game and how you play it. All about control. And if you can take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pain. And who's gonna make it? I am the game you don't wanna play.
With my feet, stomp my heat, pump the streets, jump. You don't want war. If my feet, stomp my heat, pump in the streets, jump. Yeah, you don't want war. My feet, stomp the heat, pump the streets, yeah, jump. Come on, you don't want war. If my feet, stomp my heat, pump in the streets, jump. You don't want war. I knew the time when I was wanted by them Keystone cops for keeping the hardcore music in the streets so hot. We never focus on the don't haves, 'cause we have not. I put the focus on the vocab. Now we have not. I brought the...
The following contest is a hardcore match. On the way to the ring, from Louisville, Kentucky, weighing 238 pounds, Eugene. And the opponent, from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 285 pounds, Heidenreich.
A big bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French. Sheesh.
Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for?
He saw that one coming. I hope these superstars can make it through this match without suffering a serious injury.
So do I, King, but this ain't ballet. This is very intense, physical competition.
These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, these fans will let them hear about it.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. These competitors know that their paychecks come straight from the WWE fans. They're not going to let them down.
Yeah, but if they don't keep the fans happy...
If wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean. But that's not the case now, is it?
I think he's looking for a weapon, JR. That's a smart move. I thought I'd pick the winner before the match started, JR, but now I'm having second thoughts.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, King. Usually I wonder if you've even had first thoughts.
Oh, man! Someone had better take that chair away from him!
I hope this match ends before Heidenreich has a chance to really hurt somebody. No! Not the chair! Not the chair!
Boy, these superstars sure have their hands full here tonight, JR.
They sure do, King. They've got all they can say grace over.
He'll never be a professional timekeeper at this rate. Heidenreich might be crazy and dangerous, JR, but I don't see that as being a bad thing when he's in the ring.
Having someone as volatile and unpredictable... Oh, my God! A 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire against a human body! What carnage!
These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What'd you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you? He must be looking for a weapon of some kind. What a shot from that ring bell!
JR's not going to be happy about this one, folks. That ring bell will ring your bell for sure, JR. What are they going to do next?
I couldn't even begin to guess, King. That's why they say anything can happen here in the WWE.
If he's looking for a weapon, he's in the right place. Oh, man! Did you hear that chair shot, JR?
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You gotta keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving...
My God! Can you imagine the impact of that chair on the human body?
There's all sorts of crazy stuff under the ring, and all of it can inflict a lot of damage on an opponent. The intensity of these superstars is unbelievable.
No doubt about that, King. The fans are getting their... For the love of God! Somebody's got to get that 2x4 away from him!
Eugene had some trouble getting to the... You don't just shake off a shot from a barbed wire wrapped 2x4, JR.
Eugene is such an inspiration. Every time that kid gets into the ring, he's a living symbol of hope. And there's the cover!
What?
Didn't even get a 2 count on that one.
JR. Can you imagine having to tell one of these superstars no?
Boy, I think I've had nightmares about trying to do something like that, King.
You can't blame the superstars for looking under the ring for weapons. Anything you find under there can be a huge help. You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. He's going crazy with that 2x4, JR. Someone's got to stop him. I don't think these superstars have any intention. Look at that. That's a barbed wire wrapped 2x4, JR. I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go at it again and again. That chair was never intended to be used like this. I think I see where this one's going, JR. Man, he's putting that steel chair to good use, JR. Let me tell you, JR, you won't see action like this anywhere except on Raw.
That's for sure, King. There's not another brand of sports entertainment out there that can compare with Raw.
Now, if only we could get that through Michael Cole and Taz's head.
What a vicious chair shot!
I think the best is yet to come in this match, JR.
I agree with you 100%. Whenever you put abilities of this caliber in a match together, it just gets better and better.
He's checking under the ring for weapons, JR. I wonder what he's gonna find. Look out! He's going crazy with that chair.
Boy, what a match. Good God! I don't care who you are. No one can stand too many of those.
Great strategy. Pick a body part and keep working on it.
And we're certainly seeing the results of that strategy now. 2, 3.
Oh, boy.
And that's the match.
I've pinned a
Here's
lot
your
of
winner.
superstars in my day, JR, and it's tougher than it looks.
No question about that, King. He had to work for that pin.
And tonight, he was the better man. But I wonder what would happen in a rematch.